I will say I got to open up for Walker Hayes in front of about 50,000 people in North Carolina on the 4th of July. And just that taste of that the bigger shows, the big stage, all that has been like forever implanted in my brain of like, we need more of this. So, that was definitely a moment of like, hey, keep going. You can have this someday. My name's Chris Moreno. I'm based here in Nashville, Tennessee, and originally from Boston, Massachusetts. It's hard to reconcile, yeah, I know it wasn't right. Yeah, so my journey is kind of interesting in the sense of I grew up feeling like music was the thing I'm most connected to, and I, from a very early age, wanted to be a rock star, right? And I got a guitar at an early age and started writing songs. And I did music up until around high school, college, and then I actually took a hiatus. The bands I was in, we broke up. I went away to college, and I actually got a 9-to-5 sales job for a while, and wasn't doing music. And then all of a sudden, later in life, I was like, something's missing. I need to go back to trying to become a singer and start trying to write songs again. And I was living in Boston at the time, and I just started writing songs. I eventually recorded some, started playing shows, and after a few years of that, while working the sales job, set my sights on Nashville, and that was when I quit my day job, moved there. That was about 6 years ago at this point. So been in Nashville ever since, full-time with music, and just been focused on performing and writing and releasing and just build up myself and get my music out there. My sound is a mixture of a little bit of the 90s, early 2000s pop rock meets modern country. So I often say if Matchbox 20 came out today and they were doing newer country, it's that hybrid of the two worlds. Having grown up in Boston, I wasn't exposed to a ton of country music. I was more listening to everything from rock to hip hop to later EDM, and definitely a lot of rock music, bands like Aerosmith, and then eventually kind of alternative pop rock like Goo Goo Dolls and Matchbox 20. So that's what I had mostly grown up with. And then later on in life, I think country changed a little bit and became a little bit more pop and rock focused. And that's when it caught my ear. And then I just noticed that organically I was listening to a lot more country music. And as I was writing songs, it just kind of organically shifted. And I started playing a little bit of catch up into how country songs are written and what that format's like. So I do think my music's definitely a blend of the rock side meets the storytelling of the countryside, and I think you hear that hybrid in the music. But when I first started out in Boston, I was really just writing pop rock songs, kind of reminiscent of the bands that I used to listen to. And then as time went on, I didn't consciously want to be more modern, but I was listening to more of the modern stuff, and I really respected the art of songwriting country. So that's when I sort of just organically merged the two into what you hear today. I've been drinking without you, yeah, I'm falling apart. Over these past few years, I would say since about 2021, I've started getting some traction on Spotify and seeing the streams grow. And from there, I made an effort to write as much as I could, and I had all these songs, and I just wanted to keep a consistent flow of music. So I've basically have put out music an average of every 6 to 8 weeks for the past 3 years. And that for me is one, to give the fans, because they've shown me so much love, to give back to them, to keep them with a consistent stream of music, but also as a challenge to stay creative and to always have something I'm striving for and to kind of keep me writing. I really get to learn a lot as an artist as well when I can see, okay, why did this song do well versus this one? And, so there's like a twofold reward kind of for being on top of the releases, I would say. When I first started writing songs, I can't say that the live show was as much in mind as it is now. And I think that's because initially when I was making music, I wasn't thinking about the live show because I was just thinking about what do I want the sound to be like. And to a certain extent, that is true and will always be true, I think. But a good example of maybe having the live show in mind is actually my latest single. It's called Drinking Without You. And it's a song that's kind of a reminiscent throwback to like the rock stuff I used to listen to. It's a little bit heavier, more bob your head kind of thing. And I didn't write that song for the live show, but once I had that song, I just thought, oh, you know what? I don't really have a ton of full-on rock songs for the live show. That'd be a nice addition to the set to balance it out from all like the mid-tempo stuff and all that. So I was more inclined to release it because I was like, okay, this is a song that I feel passionately about, but also it serves a purpose. So at a certain point when you release so many songs, you do start thinking about diversity. And I would say that's how it makes it into the live show. So I've been very lucky with the fans that I have that they're super supportive. They're very vocal of their support, and they've been consistent over the years. And that truly is such a motivating thing that has kept me going. I know everyone says that, but that truly that's what has kept me going. And I'm trying to think of when it really started. I know actually a lot of new fans came around the pandemic time because I was home live streaming on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And I guess just, hanging out with them one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but like, the facade's gone, you're just chilling, hanging out there, playing and talking. I think that's helped, and they seem to really connect with the music, and they're so great about spreading the word and telling others about it. And I think that has helped this really, I'm independent, like this organic kind of, has helped it build up. And so I've been very grateful, and I've tried to reward them with just putting out as much music as I can. A lot of times I'll have them pick the songs too. I'll go live and play the songs for them and see which ones they're connecting to. So it's been great. I'm just very grateful. We have a fan club. I'm just very grateful for the support that I've gotten so far. But you ain't like nothing I've ever seen. Girl, so for big moments that have happened, I'll probably say two things. One was hitting 1 million streams on Spotify for the first time. That was from a song called Used to This. And then after that, I released a song called Running in Place, which now is over 4 million. And to do that with no playlist, with no label, with nothing, that's just from word of mouth, from social media, people finding the song, liking it, listening, sharing. That has definitely been the highlight, because I didn't necessarily know that it was possible to get that many streams without a record dealer, So that to me has been probably the best like validation to keep me going, is that, oh wow, people can listen to anything they want, and they're listening to my song. So that kind of stuff with the streaming. And then I will say I got to open up for Walker Hayes in front of about 50,000 people in North Carolina on the 4th of July. And just that taste of the bigger shows, the big stage, all that has been like forever implanted in my brain of like, we need more of this. So, that was definitely a moment of like, hey, keep going. You can have this someday. So one of the key things that I learned through doing music is that you have to be your own biggest advocate, and you have to know your worth, and you can't always expect that everyone's just going to see it. Because one thing I've learned is that people will honestly change their opinion of you once they see enough proof from others, which I wish it wasn't that way, but that's just honestly the case. And so I think if you could see the vision, you're going to see the vision for whatever it is in your life, where you want to go, where you know you could be. You're going to see that before most people. Like most people aren't taking the time to see what's your potential, how far can you get, so you have to do that first. And I think if you see it through, if you have enough passion and drive and obviously talent, I think that you'd be surprised where you can get to. That's how I'm approaching my career. It's, as long as I'm enjoying it and keep waking up every morning excited about taking this further and further and further, then I think that's exactly what will happen, But yeah, I just think the main thing is it's easy to look to others for the validation, but sometimes that's not going to be there, and sometimes you just got to go with your own compass and got to ride the ups and downs, because there's definitely a lot of ups and downs in this business. And yeah, at the end of the day, I just think it's being your own advocate is the best thing that you can do for yourself. So I've been with CD Baby for quite a while now, and I've always been very impressed with how easy the site is to use and all that. And recently, a few years back, I think, started working with the creative services team, and that's been really nice. Just how responsive they are to help out with issues and things like that. And yeah, I've just been really happy with them, and they've done everything that I've needed them to do. And also, I'm with Songtrust as well, and so between those two, I feel like I got all my needs met as far as distribution goes, and yeah, it's been great. So as far as being an independent artist, I am definitely proud of what I've been able to build so far, being independent, and I'm always open to expanding the team, whatever that might look like, and I always have been open to that. But independent does suit me pretty well. I've always actually been a kind of a type A personality, very organized person. So some of the business side of things comes a little bit easier to me than it probably will a lot of artists. I actually had a sales job before doing music too. So I think that has helped me navigate things and stay on top of things with a very small, tight-knit group. And I'm definitely very proud of what I've accomplished. 25 million streams, completely independent, and all that. But my strategy is to keep going, and if someone wants to join the team, whatever capacity that looks like, and it makes sense, I'm completely open to it. If not, just knowing that I have the tools and I have the collaborators, like people like CD Baby, obviously to work with, I'm more than happy to keep going and doing my thing.